Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. What's up? So today I'm doing a bit more of a cozy video again. I'm literally like wrapped in blankets right now because it is 30 degrees outside. I do not turn the heater on in my apartment and the heater's on right now. I'm loving this, but also it's a little inconvenient when you have to like sit stationary and film because you get real cold. Anyways, so today I'm going to be doing my fall book haul. This is I think the first book haul on my channel. I don't do a lot of like intense book buying. I'll buy like 1 or 2 books a month and that's about it. So like I never feel the need to like compile them into a haul because by the time I'm gonna haul them I've mostly already read them sometimes. But my local half price books, or actually half price books in general, had coupon week, at least that's what I call it. So it goes like 20% off on Monday and Tuesday, 30% off on Wednesday, Thursday, 40% off on Friday, Saturday, and then 50% off everything on Sunday. And the prices are already 50% off the list price. So essentially I got majority of these books either on clearance or for around 25% of the list price. So like I couldn't pass it up. A lot of these, I haven't even started the series yet, but I can't pass up a good deal. What can I say? So that being said, I'm just gonna jump right into this. I'm just gonna go down the stack. There's no specific order. I'll tell you the prices for everything, like what I paid, and yeah, we'll just get into it. Most of these still have the receipt in them, so I can literally tell you exactly how much I paid for them. First up, I have I Believe in a Thing Called Love by Maureen Gu, and I got this for $3 on clearance. I heard really good things about her other book. The one of the girl, I think she's on the cover like going like that or something. Not 100% sure, but I heard good things about that, and then I recognized the author's name, so I decided to pick this one up. That's the reason I bought this. There's not going to be a whole lot of like going into the plot in this video because there's not time. There's not. Next up I have An Ember in the Ashes by Stop It to Here, and I got this for $4.99. It was originally listed at $9.99. I got it for $4.99. This is a series, I think, that my friend really liked, and I've been meaning to pick it up for a while, but like investing $10 in a hardcover of a series that I haven't read yet and I'm not sure if I'm gonna like is kind of hard for me to do. I've read like the synopsis and dust jacket, but like it's kind of one of those things where I'm like, do I really want it? Like I have so many other things I want to read right now. But at $4.99, what can I say? I'm a sucker. Next up is Because You Love to Hate Me. This is a villain anthology, and this is actually one that I've had my eye on for a while. And I actually heard about it when I first got into BookTube. It like was just getting published then, and this is in collaboration with 13 booktubers. So I thought that was a really interesting way to kind of incorporate booktubers into the actual book world, if that makes any sense. So I had to pick this up when I saw it at this price. I couldn't find it anywhere when it first published. And yeah, it also Adam Silvera's in it, and I'm a simple woman with simple pleasures, and that simple pleasure is Adam Silvera. So what can I say? You guys are gonna roast me in the comments for this one, but like this was another good deal that I just couldn't pass up. So I'll be 100% the receipt's not in this one, so I don't remember exactly how much I paid for it, but I think I paid $2, and it is City of Heavenly Fire. I haven't even read City of Bones, and I'm reading it in I think publication order. I'm looking at my bookshelves because I've got them. So I'm reading City of Bones, City of Ashes, City of Glass, Clockwork Angel, and then the other ones in the Clockwork groupings, and then I'll get into this one. And this is book 6, so I have a lot to go before I get this one. But when you see this book for $2, it's a low risk investment, and you know, I think I'm going to like that series. So I figured I would just go ahead and buy it when it was a good deal, and it was originally priced at probably $9.99, and then it got discounted to $4, and then I got 50% off of the $4. So like, I think this was $2 for this book. Roast me all you want. That's a good deal. Next up is another one for a series I haven't started and will not be starting for quite some time, and that is The Serpent Shadow. This is the third book in the Kane Chronicles? The third book in the Kane Chronicles. Again, reading Rick Riordan's books. I'm reading the Percy Jackson series, and then the Heroes of Olympus, and then the Kane Chronicles. So I've got a while to go before I get to this one, but you know, It was $2. It was $2. So it was originally priced, and then it went on clearance for $3, and then it got discounted to $2. And I think I did pay $2 for this one. Oh, the thing's right here. Yes, I paid $2 for it. So, booyah. In that same transaction, I bought Renee Audier's Flame in the Mist for $4.49. And you're gonna lose your mind because this is signed. It has a signed book plate in it. And I paid $4.49 for it. Need I say more? Mulan retelling, I believe. I remember hearing hype about this. I've also been wanting to read Renee Audier's other series. I believe it's The Wrath and the Dawn is the name of the series. I know that's the name of one of the books. But I thought I would pick this one up because it was there and it was a good deal. So I bought these next two separately, but I'm gonna lump them together because they're in the same series. I got the Raven Boys and the Dream Thieves, different editions. I've been looking for like some nice new editions of this, like that are clean and hardcover, but I've been wanting to read it for a really long time. So I just decided that I'll get like the cheapest paperbacks I can find of it. And then if I like it, I'll make the investment to get the nice paperbacks. So I got the Raven Boys for $2 and the Dream Thieves for $2.50. And I'm very excited to read these. You'll find out more later in this video. Next up, Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. I got this for $1. It is a hardcover. There are like marks on the pages, but like I don't care enough because I paid $1 for it. I want to read this series through. I read like 3/4 of the Hunger Games, like right when the book first came out, and then I never picked up the latter ones, and I've never seen the latter movies, so I want to read all 3 and then binge the movies and do like maybe a video about it. I don't know, but I picked this up because it was $1 and I don't have the other ones in it yet, but it was a good deal, so it'd be like that. Then I picked up The Wicked Fox by Kat Cho. This is the Book of the Month exclusive edition, and I got this for around $5. I'm sure you've heard a lot of hype about it. I have, and that's why I picked it up. I remember not knowing how sure I felt about the synopsis, I'll be honest. I was like, I don't know, like, it's not something I want to pick up right away because it's so hyped, and I'm not sure about the synopsis, and like, you know, it was just a bunch of things working against me. And then I saw this and it was the only thing I liked at that store and the only thing that I had my eye on, and so I was like, why the heck not? So that's why I picked that up. Then I picked up Wild Card by Marie Lu on clearance for $3. And I have Warcross in a hardback, and I've been wanting to pick up the second one, but like at a low risk investment, so like clearance for $3. But the thing is that my Warcross is signed. So is this one. I got this on clearance for $3, and it is a signed hardcover. Hello. Need I say more? Then I picked up Crest. I got this for $5. This is the 3rd book in the Lunar Chronicles series. I actually have Cinder in paperback, but I want to get them all in hardcover, and this was one that I found at a store, and this is the next one that I am actually reading at this very moment. But this is the next one I have to read because I've already read Scarlet and Cinder. So I went ahead and picked this one up so that I had the physical copy of it, and then I'll like gradually keep buying the others. Then I purchased One Day in December by Josie Silver. I got this for $4. It is the Book of the Month exclusive edition, and I've been looking for some good wintery reads because it's now starting to feel like winter even though it's fall. And so I decided to pick this up. This essentially is like a Hallmark movie in a book. So I bet you can guess when I'm gonna be reading this. Maybe it's on the cover or something. I don't know. Feels weird to read it any other time, right? I'm not gonna wait a whole year to read that. Then I got Stalking Jack the Ripper by Carrie Maniscalco. I hesitated on how I was going to read her name there. I got this for $5 and thought it was hyped. One of my friends really loved it, therefore I bought it. Simple woman. Then I got Serpent and Dub by Shelby Marin. So I was going to get this because I want to do a thing where I read books by authors with the same names or same initials as me, and this is a book that just came out and is super hyped, and so I decided why not pick it up. But I didn't want to spend the $15 that the new ones were set at. Then I saw this one, and I was just telling my dad how I wanted to get it, but I didn't want to pay them. Brand new release, perfect condition. Following that, I got the Owl Crate exclusive edition of From Twinkle of Love. This is signed, and I only got this for $4. There's the signature, $4. Can't beat it. Owl Crate exclusive edition. I already have this one and I liked it, but I think I'm gonna keep the Owl Crate edition and maybe like get rid of the original or keep them both. Not sure yet, but I couldn't pass up the Owl Crate edition when I saw it. Then I picked up Girls of Paper and Fire. This is another book that I've seen hyped quite a bit here on the internet. I got this one for about $5 as well. That's typically the price I paid for most things. I say that and then I'm looking at a book that I paid more than that for. But I paid $5 for this one. I've heard a lot of hype about it and the sequel just came out, so I'm interested in it. There you go. That's all you need to know, really. That's all you need to buy a book. Interest in it and the money to do so. Then I picked up a signed art edition of Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stiefvater, which is why I picked up The Raven Boys and The Dream Thieves. So this is the first book in the Dreamer trilogy, and as far as I know it follows a character named Ronan, and that's like all I need to know. I'm gonna finish the original series first and then I'll pick this up, but I wanted to pick this up because I couldn't pass up that. That's so cool. You can stick a signed sticker on something and I'm like, even if I've never heard of the book before, I'm like, oh, that's interesting, what's that about? I just think it's cool to have like a signed thing, like to know that the author held it and then signed it. I just think that's super cool, so that's why I picked that one up. Then on clearance for $2, I got City of Saints and Thieves by Natalie C. Anderson. And I was looking at this, I read the synopsis and I thought it sounded really interesting. And this is something that I've seen on the shelves at Half Price Books for some time in like the regular section. And so if I recognize something enough, like if it's caught my eye before and then I see it in the clearance section, I will likely pick it up just because I'm like, it's caught my eye before. I've had interest in it for a while. I've just never like fully committed to it. And so for $2, another low risk investment. And if I don't like it, I will donate them to like a school or a local shelter or a library, things like that, so that somebody else may enjoy them. So with $2, I'm like, it's worth it for me to just give it a shot, and who knows, it could that be my new favorite book and I would never know. Then I picked up Geek Arella by Ashley Poston, not 100% sure on that last name. This is something that's held my interest for a while. What is the name? Booksplosion did this book in their thing, and then they did the sequel, The Princess and the Fangirl, I believe. But it's held my interest for a long time. I've just never found it and never like went and sought after it. I've just kind of been like, if it's there, I'll pick it up like at a good price. And that's what happened here. I got this for $4. So, you know, right place, right time. And that is everything I got during coupon week. I have 2 more books that I picked up, but that is everything I got during coupon week. I spent like $70 on everything, I want to say, and I got like 20 plus books. So I think that was a great deal. Some may disagree with me, but that's less than $4 a book. So I think that's a good deal. And I also don't buy books a lot. They do this coupon thing semi-annually, and that's typically when I buy the majority of my books. I'll pick like I said, like 1 or 2 up a month. But typically, other than that, I'm sticking to what I got on my shelves, or I'll go to my local library. But for these low-risk investments of books that I see myself potentially enjoying, I thought it was worth it. So the next book I have is The Lost Causes of Blake Creek by Rhett McLaughlin and Link Neal. If you don't know, they are the people behind Good Mythical Morning. It's a show I have watched since I was my freshman year of high school, so like over 7 years ago. And I've just watched their show for a really long time. I've always found it enjoyable. And they were doing this book tour, and it was super close. It was worth it for me to just go out and have fun with one of my good friends, actually my roommate from freshman year in college. She loves them too, so we went to the book tour because it was like $30 to go see them, and we like would love to see them in person because we watched them for so long. And little did we know that it included a copy of the book. So I got a copy of the book as well, and that's actually a really good marketing tactic because I probably never would have bought this outside of that, but I went, and the event was super fun, and I got a book out of it. So, and lastly, I stopped at Half Price Books quite some time ago with my dad. We were in the area and we were waiting on my mom, and I saw this. and I couldn't help myself. A signed copy by Leigh Bardugo. She's one of my favorite authors. This is Ninth House. I'm sure you've heard of it. If you're on BookTube frequently, you've probably heard about this. This is Leigh Bardugo's adult fantasy novel debut, and I have heard good things. I've actually heard some mixed things. I've heard that it like didn't quite live up to the hype, and then I've heard that the triggers have been a little bit too much for some people, but like the people who have heard about the triggers and known about that going in and fully expected that, and sometimes they like that stuff in novels, have really enjoyed this. And I've been wanting to try adult fantasy for a while, so I figure if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go all out and go with an author I love, and so that is why I picked up Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Need I say anything else? Did I pick this up and then still save the audiobook on Libby? Yes. Am I on a now 8-week waitlist? Was 10 weeks? Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. I like having the physical book on my shelf, even if I know I'm gonna listen to the audiobook. Like 99% of the books on my shelf, I listen to an audiobook, but I like having the physical ones for sentimental reasons, and also like sometimes I just prefer picking up a physical book. Even if I start it in audiobook, I'll read along with it. I won't go audio physical, but like sometimes I'll do audio and physical. So there you go, little tidbit about me reading audiobooks. I don't know why I did that, but I did. So being said, that's everything I bought. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to know any more about any of these books, I will have my Goodreads link down below. They're going to be all on my red shelf, or my to read shelf. But all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Happy reading!